so hard. Tell me how can this be? How can this be? Soon as I get money, oh, you know it's up and gone. I'd be a millionaire. There's money in these songs, these old blue songs. Brought us to our knees because of their greed. Instead of sending them all packing, we're giving everything they need. How can they be? Say how? Say how? Say how? Say how? Say how? Say how? How? I say how? I say how? Tell me how? Tell me how? I say how? I say how? How can this be? I say how can this be? Come on, how can this be? Tell me how can this be? How can this be? Wide and free, big enough for all our needs. Till someone come brought up, whoever belongs to you and me. How can it be? Well, tell me that we're free, and some of it I see, but there's still too many caught in the chains of poverty. How can it be? Brought us to our knees, oh, because of their greed. Instead of sending them out packing, we're getting everything they need. How can they be? So how? Tell me how? Oh, how? How? Tell me how? Tell me how? I say how? Say how? Tell me how? Tell me how? I say how? I say how? How can this be? Say how can this be? Say how can this be? Somebody, how can this be? How can this be? This be? How can this be? Thank you.
My baby, she's gone, and she ain't coming back. My baby, she's gone, and she ain't coming back. She was moving on like a rolling stone. My baby, she's gone, and she ain't coming back. My baby, she's gone, and she ain't coming back. She was moving on like a rolling stone. My baby, she's gone, and she ain't coming back. My baby, she's gone, and she ain't coming back. She was moving on like a rolling stone. She was moving on like a rolling stone. She was moving on like a rolling stone. Let's touch it, touch it.
My baby caught a train, left me all alone. My baby caught a train, left me all alone. He said he's gonna ride, but he be doing me wrong. My baby bought a ticket, long as my ride on. My baby bought a ticket, long as my ride on. He said he's gonna ride, but he be doing me wrong. Well, who's been talking, telling everything I know? Oh, who's been talking, babe? Telling everything I know. You know I love you. I'm the cause of it all. the train. Left me all alone. My baby caught a train. Left me all alone. He said he's gonna ride, but he been doing me wrong and wrong. Oh, goodbye, baby. I hate to see you go. But goodbye, goodbye, baby. I hate to see you go. You know I love you. I'm just causing all and all. Causing of it all, just the causing of it all. Goodbye, baby. I hate to see you go. Just the causing of it all. Who's been talking, telling everything I know, I know, I know. Goodbye, baby. To see you go.
business run out. Just 16 now, babe, when Jimmy Red first spoke to me. Just 16, my mama, when Jimmy Red first spoke to me. And when I first held it, you know, I knew it had to be the blues for me. You were born 63, baby, that makes you almost old to me. I'm born 63, baby, that makes you almost old to me. And in the hands of Freddie King when I first held you, baby, I knew it had to be the blues for me. Cherry red, cherry red, oh cherry red, cherry red, cherry red, cherry red, oh cherry red. Cherry red, you know you got me, I'm talking all out of my head. Is everybody feeling okay out there this evening? Woo! Let me say yeah! You can help me out singing this one, ladies and gentlemen. You sing Cherry Red. Cherry Red, Cherry Red, Cherry Red, Cherry Red, Cherry Red, Cherry Red. I said, hey, hey, blues is all right. Give it to me. I said, hey, hey, blues is all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Sounding good out there. I said, hey, hey, the blues is all right. I said, hey, hey, the blues is all right. Give it to me. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Ilpie Club, the home of Richmond and Twickenham Rhythm and Blues. As most of you know, the purpose of the club is to preserve the great heritage of UK Rhythm and Blues that started in this area way back in the 1960s. Some called it a swinging 60s. It was in the 60s, and Ilpie Island was one of the great venues, of course. And, of course, the great granddaddy of them that started there was Mr. Cyril Davis. Tonight we're going to do a little tribute. We're quite a big tribute. We've got massive guests. We're going to have live music until 11:30. So for the tribute to Cyril Davis, please welcome the John O'Leary, Alan Glenn All-Star.
Hello, guys. What's up? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another session of live Talking Blues. Listen, we're near the end of our first season, and we'll be picking up in about the second week in September, I believe it is. But before we get there, let's talk about our next guest. It's a London-born artist, always pushing the boundaries. He combines guitar picking with harmonica playing, and he has a percussion style that is like, with his foot tapping, that's like what you do in a one-man band. He's said to be the stuff of legends, and he is the stuff of legends. Let's bring into, from the green room, our next guest, Eddie Martin. Hello, Eddie. What's up? Can we hear you? Oh wait, hang on. Let me get your mic unmuted. Why don't you? There we go. Let me unmute your mic. There we go. Hello, Eddie.
There? Can you hear me?
You're there. You're there, baby.
Cool.
What's
There we
up?
go. Say hi again then.
Yeah, Eddie. You're said to be the stuff of legends.
That's strong, isn't it? Yeah.
It is
Well,
true, though.
I can't. Well, people say things, don't they? And it's a lovely thing to say, but I don't know. I'm a bit more modest than that. I would say I'm just a working musician who tries his best.
Yeah, but that's what a legend is, isn't it? They do what they do. They do from the soul, and they do what comes from them, and they share it with everybody else. And I guess anyone who's creative are creating a bit of a legend, I guess, aren't they? Really? Don't you think so?
Yeah, I mean, if you're in touch with your creative juices and you work hard at it, then hopefully you're going to make something that's special in some way. Yeah, I mean, we're all a little bit special, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, we'd like to share and give from our soul, and which you definitely do. Let's let me, if you don't mind, can I go back to like the kind of the beginning when you when you started playing guitar? First of all, you were born in London, yeah? You're a Londoner.
Yeah. Born in the East End. I was born in Peckham, and we moved out of Peckham to Watford, and I grew up in Watford. But I started playing the guitar when I was about 15, 16, and in those days it was like the 60s English folk boom and the era of classic rock and the Beatles, and those are the sort of things going on in the background. But I suppose I first got into not so much the blues as singer-songwriter and Americana, and I was listening to people like Bob Dylan and Woody Guthrie, and from that I got into Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee. That was kind of my first blues hit, really, and I thought these guys were absolutely incredible.
Yes.
That was a big
Yes.
introduction to harmonica playing and blues harmonica playing and picking that Piedmont style when I was about 16. But I was right from the first, when I had two chords in my kit box, I was writing songs. I was always about writing songs rather than trying to copy other people's songs, and it always seemed a bit hick to me when you got some Londoner singing songs. I was born in Chicago, So you've got to say
You definitely
your
had
own
to
thing.
change the lyrics, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you've got to say your own thing.
Yeah, and well, I won't go into the professionalism, but you started some of your first bands at early age, didn't you? You 16, 17, and
That's right. Yeah.
around town, and
There was a few of us at school, and we were all, like kids, like mates do at school. You're sharing each other's musical tastes. In those days, it was, buying records and playing them at each other's houses and doing mixtapes, which in those days were on cassettes rather than Spotify playlists, And one of us, I can't remember who it was. It was my mate Johnny. He first got hold of a Freddie King record, and that just completely blew my mind and changed my life, really, because when I heard Freddie King singing, actually, probably the first song I heard him sing was "Shake Your Booty, Baby," which is probably
shake your booty, baby. Eddie, it's shake your booty, baby.
booty.
Your
Booty with a
booty. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? You reminded me of when I first went to America. I did a few tours in America, And I went over there and I was talking music to some guy in a bar, and I said boogie woogie. And
Yeah.
he said to me, yeah, what's this boogie woogie stuff, Eddie? I don't get it. You mean boogie woogie?
You know what I'm saying? This is it. This is it. And well, did you have a lot of music in your home? I mean, did your parents play any instruments, or do you have any siblings that played instruments or sang or anything?
Well, not really. Both my parents were pretty musical, but it was never really a big part of the household. Dad used to sing a little bit, Mum used to sing a little bit. They'd buy records, not many records though. So I'm pretty well self-taught when it comes to the sorts of music that I'm into and that I've made a career of. So there was no blues at home. It was the Beatles.
It was a soul choice. It's something that comes from the soul, something that comes from the universe that gives you that sort of thing. We really enjoy it. I won't dwell too. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think you're right. Something speaks to you. You hear a music, and somehow it really speaks to something deep inside you. It might be odd in a way. A white English boy from Watford, being blown away by, big black Texan on the, Freddie King talking about his girlfriend doing a striptease for him in the studio, and why did that change my life?
Well, Eddie, we won't go there because it's still a family hour. No, I'm just kidding. Look, we're going to talk about your professionalism and go forward. But first of all, I want Patsy to put up that intro, and so people can understand a little bit more about you. We understand you from your childhood and what inspired you. But let's play this intro video so that we're going to move it forward a little bit.
My name's Eddie Martin. Welcome to my home studio, where I've just finished recording my lockdown solo album called The Birdcage Sessions. It's just gone off to the printers. It's going to be out on July the 9th. I had a single off it last week, released, called Before We Wake Up, dedicated to Son House and Mississippi Fred McDowell. This one you're hearing now is going to be the next single. That's out on June the 18th, called Happy Broken Free. It's 14 songs. It's quite a long album, 52 minutes. Quite a lot of stuff on there for you. I've been busy writing so many songs, composing and arranging, equipping my home studio, learning how to use it. It's been quite a year. Got to make the most of it, and being locked down and having all this time. So a big thanks to all the fans and supporters who've contributed to this album by pre-ordering and by some contributions. I couldn't have done it without you. Just about half the cost of the album have been met by fans and contributors. The instruments on the album, well, I'm playing my slide guitar and my harmonica. It's a one-man band album. It's mainly acoustic, but I like to rock it out also, so there's an electric guitar track on there as well. Here it is, Along for a Sail. A lot of the album is stripped down, just me and an acoustic guitar, or maybe with harmonica, but at least half the album is also where I've written arrangements and experimented with more contemporary stylings for blues, country rock and folk music. So there's lap steel on there. I learned how to play a little bit of lap steel this year. There's banjo, there's mandolin. There's also cello on a few tracks. My son Zavi, who's 15, and of course has been in our lockdown bubble. He's a pretty damn good cello player already, and it was great to get him out of his studies for the GCSE that he's doing this year, to play some music and forget about all the hassle of endless tests. So it's out July the 9th. You can pre-order it. If you pre-order it, it helps us musicians out a lot because we've got no income coming in at the moment with no gigs. And you can order it from www.eddiemartin.com. Big thanks also to my dream team mix and master engineers, Joe Garcia at Joe's Garage in Bristol, Ben Findley, Grammy nominated engineer from Lucid Audio. So I hope you pre-order it, I hope you buy it, and I look forward to seeing you on the road, hopefully as things loosen up. I've got a few shows in my diary already. Once again, look on my website, eddiemartin.com, for those. So pre-order the Birdcage Sessions. This is that's the album cover.
Listen to the blackbird singing.
And I hope to see you all again soon. Take care.
Eddie, listen, man. Look, now you're a multi-award-winning artist, and I know in 96, 98 you won Best British Blues Guitarist. Was that when you decided to turn professional?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. I'd been playing semi-professionally, well, really since I was about 17, well, 17, 18. But that was when I decided to quit the day job and just really go for it. I was lucky enough to get loads of nominations for different things, album, guitar. I got harmonica as well, a nomination, and I thought, well, this is a sign. If I'm going to do it anytime, this is the time to go. So that was. I've been professional ever since.
Yeah, and now look, I mean, you've played all over the world as well with that, and you had an interest in folk and blues, singing, songwriting, harmonica, and you also have done teaching and given people the inspiration from your skills to them to build themselves up as musicians and as well. So what was that like to go from taking your day job and then going on to traveling the world and also giving your energies up to students to learn what you've learned, or what?
Yeah, I mean, some musicians just don't take to teaching. I'm really passionate about it. I love doing it. If I can just pass on some of this fantastic these skills, from studying, early blues guitarists, people like Son House, or people like Robert Johnson, or on electric guitar. If I can pass on some of the skills so that we keep alive these amazing expressive techniques, which these early geniuses came up with, and there are young guitarists coming through, there are young harmonica players coming through who just don't know about it. It always completely it surprises me that you'll still get young guitarists who'll still think that Key to the Highway, a blues classic, was written by Eric Clapton or something because they've seen it on Google, and not understand the early history, behind this music. And that's not on. You've got to give credit where it's due,
That's right.
and pass on these skills and say this is who came up with that fantastic style of guitar playing. And I love doing it. If I can have a lesson where at the end of the lesson somebody else has got some of that passion and some of that that skill, they can take it away and do their own thing. I mean, I think that's about keeping the magic of this music alive, and it's great. I love doing it.
Well, talking about keeping the music alive, will you give us a little bit example of your harp playing and maybe guitar playing together? I want people to hear this. I'm segueing into something else, but first we want to get, maybe if you don't mind, to give us a little bit of a live harp and guitar rendition, because when I saw one of your videos, I was just taken aback, and I can't wait to come see you live myself. So. And I think Patsy feels the same way, our producer. Go ahead, man.
Shall I do a whole song?
Yes, please.
This is a song off the album called Too Much Choice of the Wrong Kind of Things. I'm buying bottled water, fresh from a mountain spring. It just fell out of the sky, but they charged me what I pay for gin. So many ways to buy water, gets me in a flab, but it all tastes like the water I get free out of my tap. It's too much choice, too much choice. Oh, there's too much choice of the wrong kind of thing. If on the road you get hungry, you want something good to eat, all you find is McDonald's, Burger King, and KFC. There's 100 news channels, I can't find what's really going on. 1,000 TV ads trying to get me to buy what I don't want. There's too much choice. Too much choice. Oh, there's too much choice of the wrong kind of thing. You know there's 20 makes of micro cars. Spot the difference if you can. There's deals on tires and brake pads. No one wants to fix my van. There's a mouthful of clothes shops selling skinny jeans. Like me, you like 'em baggy. There's not a pair to be seen. There's too much choice. Oh, there's too much choice. There's too much choice of the wrong kind of thing. You know there's lots of clever people doing high-paid stupid things, like designing corkscrews and bottle openers that don't open a thing. I'm telling you people, I can't stand to see the things I've seen. There's too much choice of the wrong kind of thing. There's too much choice. Too much choice. Whoa, there's too much choice of the wrong kind of thing. I can't hear you out there. I don't know whether...
That's my fault. I took myself off mute. I keep forgetting to unmute myself and everybody else. Sorry about that. I'm so busy thinking about what I'm going to talk to you about. I forget to unmute myself. I'm not multitasking very well. I apologize. Well, what I was saying is that you have spent a sizable part of your life studying the blues and passing those skills on, like we mentioned earlier. And you teach harmonica, slide and fingerstyle, acoustic guitar, electric guitar, blues, and songwriting as well. And you even hold like sort of workshops, or what they call it, an ice. Also, it was blow the blues away, like where you teach 10 to 1,000 people.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
like an icebreaker type of. What is that about?
Yeah, I've forgotten about that. I haven't done any for a couple of years since this lockdown thing, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've been really lucky to. I got sort of taken on by a big entertainment company who were interested in my beginners harmonica workshop, where I teach people to play a train blues, you know, and they thought this would work really, really good, you know, sort of this sort of thing. That sort of thing. So I did a train. That's the basic beginners blues harmonica workshop that I do is teaching people to play that, and I can get people playing some basic blues along those sort of lines in about half an hour.
Really?
Yeah, so I was taken up by this company. They saw me doing it, and they said this would work really, really good at business conferences and at big conferences where they want something completely different. And I've ended up playing to thousands and thousands of people all over the world doing this thing. And I've done it in China, Singapore, Hong Kong, America. Did it in New Orleans. I got a bit embarrassed.
Go down.
Some of my best harmonica playing buddies were in New Orleans, you know, and I was there's an English guy coming right to their hometown to do this big conference. Yeah, so it's been a really fun thing to do actually over the years.
Now you've got something coming up in August. Is it Blues Week, Blues Harmonica and Slide Guitar? Is that August 1st to the 8th? Is that still booked up? I know things are canceling and going forward and going backwards. Have you still got that?
That's actually been postponed now till next year.
Yeah,
That had to be cancelled.
of course.
Yeah, so
It's hard to do anything right now.
yeah.
It's not a problem. But what I want people to see, Eddie, is we want to talk about one of your lessons as well. But first of all, I want to play this video that took me aback, and I'm like, please, Patsy, we must have this man on the show. I showed her the video. The song is called Trainwreck.
Oh right, yeah.
And it gives the example. Man, Eddie, that's so good. Now you mean you can teach people to play that?
I teach people a version. Yeah, you can get
Okay,
some of it going.
okay. So you teach harmonica, slide and fingerstyle acoustic guitar, electric blues guitar, electric blues slide guitar, songwriting and band skills. And on top of that, you also run your own bands and do your own thing. And you also have authored several course books as well. Um,
Yeah.
I love that about you because you are a rounded musician in my eyes. You play, you perform, you teach, you live it, you enjoy it, and it's blues as well, you know. And we appreciate you coming on for that simple
Right.
reason,
Well,
basically.
thanks very much for having me. I mean, yeah, I mean, you've got to have a few strings to your bow, to make a living and at these things, and it helps that I enjoy them all.
Yeah.
It makes for a good life.
Well, we want to show people a little bit how you are teaching. If you don't mind, we'll go on further from the teaching thing, but I just really want to bring that in because we don't get a chance a lot of time to show that side of our musicians, and I thought it was important to show that side to your audience as well. And we'll go from there. But Patsy, can you put on that your harmonica lesson, and then we'll move on from there. I just want to finish up this section here.
So what's going on there? Slow down.
Now you're just teaching how to do the guitar, is it there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we don't see your face, just your hands there. What do you do? Oh, go ahead, let me see. It was the harmonica, was it, Patsy? Yeah, put on that one. That's the one. That's the train one. Exactly.
You probably need to get that explanation.
You see? That is amazing. Eddie, I mean, what's that type of circular breathing? You're not doing that circular breathing as they do like in wind instruments like harmonicas. I mean, not harmonicas, saxophones or
No.
anything, are you?
Yeah. That's funny you should say that because people think that quite often with harmonica playing, but it's very, very rarely going on. I've only known one or two harmonica players who ever do that. No, you just learn to use your normal breathing patterns with more economy and sort of skill. It's about so making a breath last for a long time. I mean, some of the skills are about developing practices like, for example, diaphragm breathing. So if you're a classical singer then you learn to breathe from down here. So, you learn how to use your lungs better, basically.
I mean I often would fancy playing the harmonica, but somehow I just can't.
Do it. You'll have fun. It's
No,
great.
no, I just
Leave
can't.
instruments.
No, Eddie, I just can't stand to not be without my lipstick. So. No, I'm just kidding. No, but it's interesting you say how to economize your breath and how to use it. I mean, sometimes it's good fun just to mess about with it, but it's such a beautiful, beautiful sounding instrument, especially when you play it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
So listen, you've got quite an international following. You mentioned New Orleans and things like that. You've toured many places. Were you on that blues the blues invasion to Moscow? Were you a part of
I was
that?
one of the early ones on that. Yeah, with Boris in Moscow.
Yeah.
Yes, that was great. Yeah.
By the way, Boris will be our guest in the next couple of weeks as well. I think it'll be next week as well. Boris will be,
Say hi to him
yeah.
for me, yeah.
And I hope he's going to be able to bring that back, the blues invasion. The Corona just did a lot of things to a lot of festivals, a lot of international playing, but I hope that comes back. How was that for you?
Well, it's mind blowing. I mean, I've toured around lots of the former Soviet bloc countries before then, but going to Moscow is just a blast, and it's just unlike anywhere else. I mean, this is like the center of it all, wasn't it? And it's just amazing. Boris is great. He takes you up for a little tour. So we did the Kremlin, and we did the Tsar's palace, and so we managed to get a bit of sightseeing in as well as the shows. And the shows were amazing. I mean, there's a BB King's in Moscow, which I played in.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah, and there's a good few really good blues clubs in Moscow, and some really good local players too. It's surprising.
Exactly. Well, I mean, the blue. I don't think it's surprising, or maybe it is surprising. I can't quite make up my mind sometimes. But the blues, it just spreads itself as a global genre, doesn't it? I mean, you find people from all corners of the globe playing the blues.
Yeah.
I won't even. It doesn't bear even mentioning how many, because and you look around and say, really? And you love this genre, and it was born, where it was born, and where it came from, and it's just amazing. It still lasts, and people think, I don't understand why they don't play it on terrestrial radio. You know what I mean? But
Sure.
maybe that day will come back.
Yeah, I hope so too. Absolutely. It's the roots of Western music. It's the roots of Willie Dixon said blues is the roots, the rest is the fruits, and that's true. So anyone who's even got a casual interest in Western popular music, should realise that it all started with the blues, and we've got to give credit for where it's due, and that's to all those brilliantly talented men and women that's forged this fantastic music in the most difficult circumstances in early 20th century America.
Well, speaking of such, would you mind to play us another live song?
Sure.
Could you do that, please? Whatever you like, and with whatever instrument you like. We're here to listen and enjoy.
I'll play.
That's for sure.
I'll play a little slide guitar as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah. And that's one of the things you teach. Oh, God.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah,
kind
I'll
of jealous
play,
that I'm not a
this
student.
song, which is
Oh, take me right home. Put me on the porch right now. Better barbecue. You know what I'm saying?
this is dedicated to Son House and to Fred McDowell. A bit of their style of playing is in this song, but it's a song of mine called Before We Wake Up.
That's right.
rich man at his table sprinkled his food with gold. 5,000 servants out there sprinkled in the cold. While watching the favorite TV show called Celebrities and the Lovely Home. You tear the whole house down before we wake up. The whole house down before we wake up. The whole house down before we wake up. They tear the whole house down. A team of prophet came down, speaking like no other. She said, screams you believed, just like a brother, will fill your head with dreams while you live in squalor. While the waters rise and the flames get higher, tear the whole house down before we wake up. The whole house down before we wake up. The whole house down before we wake up. They tear the whole house down. How many brothers and sisters without food or homes? To the true stuff missing people finally dawns. No savior like an angel is gonna fall from the sky. We gotta get together, you know, finally realize. Tear the whole house down before we wake up. The whole house down before we wake up. The whole house down before we wake up. They tear the whole house down. They tear the whole house down before we wake up. The whole house down before we wake up. The whole house down before we wake up. They tear the whole house down. They tear the whole house down before we wake up. The whole house down before we wake up. The whole house down before we wake up. They tear the whole house down. Mad kings bark the orders, scapegoats are blamed. We're all looking over the shoulder, people, now the tide has changed. No savior like an angel is gonna fall from the sky. Gotta get together, you know, finally realize. They tear the whole house down before we wake up. The whole house down before we wake up. The whole house down before we wake up. They tear the whole house down. They tear the whole house down before we wake up. The whole house down before we wake up. The whole house down before we wake up. They tear the whole house down. They tear the whole house down before we wake up. The whole house down before we wake up. They tear the whole house down before we wake up. They tear the whole house down.
Oh. Silence is golden sometimes after a song, isn't it? Absolutely golden. A round of applause, everybody, for Mr. Eddie Martin. Before we carry on, Eddie, your excuse me, your website. Where can we find your music?
So the website is eddiemartin.com, and I've got a YouTube channel with most of the videos you've been playing tonight are up there, and new stuff, lots of new stuff, teaching and my own music, and that's called Eddie Martin Music on YouTube. That's the channel, Eddie Martin Music. And you can catch me with the handle Blues Eddie on Twitter and Instagram and on Facebook.
Excellent. So everybody take note of that. So we go ahead and say that you've released 17 studio albums.
Yeah, 17
Damn,
albums,
you've been busy, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been busy over the years. One of the things I never suffered from writer's block. I always got new songs on the go.
That's amazing. And that last song was from your Birdcage album, yes?
Yeah, that's right, the Birdcage.
Yeah.
That's the name.
And you wrote and produced that and recorded it during lockdown, was it then?
That's right. So, like a lot of musicians, couldn't get out there and be with band members. and couldn't
That's
get
right.
out there and go to studios either. Really, we a lot of us learned how to become sound engineers ourselves, and I'm lucky enough to have this lovely room with a. You can't really see the roof, but it's got a very high roof. This is the attic of the house,
Okay.
and it's
Oh, I
got
see
great
the attic.
acoustics. So it made a really good studio, and it's only in this last year and a half that I've managed to put it all together, build it properly, and learn how to use it and equip it right. And so this was the Birdcage Sessions. My lockdown album was the first album I actually recorded as well as produced. I produced all my albums, but this one I actually engineered it as well. And yeah.
You've written about 200 songs with the publishing company. Was that the same publishing company as the Rolling Stones and David Bowie? Was it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just a couple of years ago, Bucks Music Group they're called.
Bucks
And
Music,
they,
yeah, that's
they
it.
started off with Jagger Richards and Dave Bowie.
Yeah.
And in fact, I'm the only kind of blues songwriter on the whole publishing company. But
That's
yeah,
saying
they've got a
something.
tradition of going for some pretty heavy, strong songwriters. So I'm in pretty heavy company up there.
That's well. Congratulations to that. Now your record label, is it called Blue Blood?
Blue Blood, yeah.
Blue Blood Records. Yeah.
It was initially just a shortening of Blues in the Blood, but it's become Blue Blood Records over the years. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I started off. I did get offered a couple of deals, but in the end, in terms, well, I mean, the main reason I didn't go there was because of artistic integrity. Really, I mean, a lot of musicians know this, and it's kind of a sort of cliche in the music industry. Really, is that quite often the record deals want to involve you compromising what you want to do with your talent, and I wasn't prepared to do that, and I just decided I'll make a go of trying to be an independent record company, and I've managed to keep that going all the way through, and I've actually still got physical distribution around the world as well. So luckily enough, I've kept that going through my whole career, all these 17 records.
Well, I wanted to play. You did the live song just now before we wake up, Patsy. So I wanted to play your video One Man Band. Would that be okay? We play that one, Eddie. Because I also want to talk to you about some of the people you've performed with in the past, and when did you first tour the United States and things of that nature. So I want to see. I just want to see this video One Man Band because I quite enjoyed that. And hey, we got that one, Patsy. Let's have a look at that.
Just one man, drums at his feet, his guitar in his hands. He makes a dirty street a wonderland. Everybody loves a one-man band. He's got no corporate plan. He ain't rich, he's a hard-working man. Show some love and give the guy a hand. Everybody loves a one-man band. Since
starts with one. This loner's got a whole lot going on. Sing along with a slide guitar now, everyone. Ha 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 ha. It ain't hard for you to understand. Everybody loves a one-man band. Everybody loves a one-man band. 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 Everybody loves a one-man band.
That's it. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about, Eddie, because you toured the United States as a one-man band, didn't you? And I mean, with a band as well. But at one point, you were some of the juke joints you toured. Can you tell us a bit about that as a one-man band?
Yeah. That was so great. And yeah, I mean, I had I had a one-man band residency in Clarksdale, which was killer. For about a
Clarksdale,
week.
Mississippi, yeah?
Yeah. In Strawberry Cafe.
Uh-huh.
That was fantastic because I mean, there's some great musicians. Well, around that time, there were still some great musicians that I knew that I really dug their stuff, and I got to meet them over there. And one of them was Robert Belfour, actually, and I'm such a fan of Robert Belfour, and he was playing just around the corner on the street from Strawberry Hill Cafe, and so I saw him play, which was amazing. But yeah, I also had the pleasure and privilege to have a one-man band residency at the Black Diamond, just a block away from BB King's on Beale Street in Memphis. Yeah, that was killer as well. In fact, talking about Memphis and Beale Street, I don't know if you've heard of a guy called Richard Johnston. He's my favourite one-man band in the world, and that song was actually written, the song you just played, for Richard Johnston, and I met him in Memphis. He's quite an interesting character. He's a bit.
What do you mean by that?
Do you know him? Have you met him?
I don't know, but I don't know what you mean by an interesting character. What? Because most blues artists are interesting, aren't they, in their own way? They're quite amazing.
Cranky, he's quite. Some people consider him argumentative. I just think he's just a strong character, and he's got a hell of a amount of talent. But he's a fantastic. He plays on Beale Street with his whole one-man band set up. But he plays.
I've probably seen his videos. You know that. I'm sure I've seen his video. The name does ring a slight bell, but I'm sure I've seen his videos. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was quite fun, really. I mean, I was a one-man band in Beale Street, and he was just around the corner, one-man band. Actually, he was playing on Beale Street in the evening, actually on the street when I was in the venue. Yeah.
And you've played with some American artists like Peter Green, but you performed with Buddy Guy, did you?
Well, no, on the same festivals, So
okay, shared the stage, shared the bill with.
Shared the stage, and
that's pretty impressive. Taj Mahal, Buddy Guy, Peter Green, Jamel.
It's great when you get to play on the same stage as these guys. I mean, the Bishopstock festivals in the UK were a sort of short run thing, and they ended up going bankrupt. But for that short time, I had dinner with Van Morrison and met Buddy Guy, and John Lee came over then as well. John Lee Hooker came over for that as well. That was an amazing experience.
Oh,
yeah, but there's been a few over the years, and some of the people you remember most are not the famous ones. Just some amazing, talented guy who's playing in a little juke joint somewhere, a little blues club. For example, some of the people I met in Dallas Fort Worth.
Oh yeah.
Dallas Fort Worth had a fantastic blues scene going. He's still got some great musicians playing there now. In
Yeah.
fact, I ended up touring on my second tour of the US with a Texas-based rhythm section. So that was my band, the Texas Blues Kings, I called it, to give them their credit, because these guys are phenomenal. They played with Smoking Joe Kubek and Benoist King, but they toured with me, and they took me to some clubs where I met the most amazing musicians who were just regular, local guys just jamming with other players, and not particularly big names in their own right, and who are killer players. So
Yeah, there was a guy, bless his soul, named Gerard Holman, and he held in Petersburg a festival called Shakedown Blues Festival, and he was famous and renowned for bringing artists over from the United States. As you mentioned, you may not have heard of them, but incredible artists. I mean, that's where, I mean, when you think about it, the industry, there's only so many slots for many people to see. I mean, there's probably 1 million artists, but there's only, 5 or 10 slots where that get into the charts, whether it's a blues chart or whatever it may be. And there's a lot more than just 10 blues artists, isn't there? So and he was famous for bringing those artists over, and the fact that you got a chance to see what he brought over is quite amazing, and it stays with you, doesn't it?
absolutely, yeah. Some fantastic memories. I was just thinking about Jimmy Burns as well. Jimmy Burns from Delmark Records.
Okay. Oh yes.
I played with him on the Isle of Man, and he's a great talent, a lovely guy too. Nearly all of these great talents are also lovely guys.
Yeah, I
Big
know.
hearts.
When I first started singing the blues, I met Mud Morganfield and
Yeah.
Lazy Lester and all
Uh-huh.
these blues artists that were just like, I'm home.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
home. Do you want to? Well, we're going to be ending up soon, I guess. But I just want to see if there's another song that you want to share with anyone. I know we want to talk about your album, the Birdcage album, where they can get that. Shall we do that first?
Okay.
You recorded the album on lockdown. How many tracks you got on that album?
14. There's 14 tracks. It's quite long.
Four,
Yeah.
and all self-written.
The only one that isn't self-written is I've done a cover version of Amazing Grace as a solo
Did you?
slide guitar piece. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, I heard a few of those on there. I just wanted to share that with everyone, and everyone can find the Birdcage album on your website. And also, we want to talk about where you're going to be playing live soon as well. So go ahead and play a song, and then we'll talk about where they can catch you live as well, and reiterate on your website and social media pages and things like that. I think it's important for us to hear all that. Um,
Oh, see. Yeah. Sweetheart.
And I think we're going to play another video. I forgot now what Patsy told me to do.
Okay.
I just forget what she tells me to do. Go ahead, Eddie. That sounds great.
So this is a song called Lazy Sunday, and this one's also on the new album, The Birdcage Session. I'm thinking, don't wanna go to work no more. Just wanna lie right here and watch the sun creep across the floor. The sunbathed morning air
Watch those worries right out of me. You can't get so hung up, forget to feeling tough about things that just don't matter at all. I'm thinking, don't wanna go to work no more. I'm thinking, don't wanna go to work no more. Just wanna lie right here and watch the sun creep across the floor. The sunbed morning air, watch those worries right out of me. You can't get so hung up, forget to feeling tough about things that just don't matter at all. I'm thinking, don't wanna go to work no more.
Can I clap? I just realized I just want a round of applause. Eddie, where can we see you play live? And will you be playing that song live? Because that's beautiful.
Oh, thanks so much. Yeah, well, if people could look on my website, anytime it says the Birdcage Sessions album launch show, that'll be me playing the songs I've been playing on your show tonight, and all the other, and most of the others, or if not all the others, on the album. And the other gigs I've got, I mean, I'm playing every Sunday. Excuse me. There's a great jazz and blues bar called the Old Duke in Bristol, and it's kind
In
of
Bristol,
Bristol's
yeah.
Ronnie Scott's. In fact, a few years ago, the Best Music Venue Awards put the Old Duke third to
Really?
Ronnie Scott's in the
Cool.
country. It's a great place, and I'm lucky to have that as a resident show every Sunday. So you can catch me playing with my band. I've got two bands actually. I've got a three-piece
Okay.
band which is playing my blues rock material.
And what's the
we're
name of that
playing-
band?
Well, it's just the Eddie Martin band, and then I've got a bigger band where I play the more traditional band blues stuff that I've written, and that's called the 58s.
The
It used
58s,
to be
yeah.
called the Eddie Martin Big Band, but now it's called
Uh-huh.
the 58s. And both those bands have both playing at the Old Duke on Sundays. The rota of the different acts you can see on the website there. But every Sunday I'm up there one way or another. And we've got
And I
some
love-
other-
I love how you title the sets different names, like you'll say the Thirst set or the Birdcage Session album. So each week when they come see you at the Old Duke in Bristol, you are playing a different set, not just the same set every week. You're kind of mixing it up and giving, even though it's a weekly gig, but you're mixing it up and letting people get a different sides of you. Isn't that right?
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got so much material that I've written over the years that and people who've got that album, they want to hear some of those songs, So, and it's a good idea, playing every week. It's a real privilege to have that. But I'm aware that I don't want to be lazy about it. I want to keep it fresh for people,
That's
and
right.
also,
Well done.
play a variety of different styles of the music that I love. So that's the old jig. Well, we've also got some festivals coming up, and there's the ABBA Jazz Festival in late August.
That's right.
where I'm
August
also doing-
27th, that is.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you'll be
that's right.
doing the Birdcage Sessions album on that one. It's the album launch, isn't it?
That's right. That'll be
Yeah.
the Fishguard South Wales album.
South Wales, ABBA Jazz is in South Wales. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm doing a harmonica workshop on the following day as well. That's the only workshop that's on this year because they've all been cancelled because of the.
That's
the
right.
virus.
Yeah. And tell us your website again, please, Eddie.
EddieMartin.com. That's EddieMartin.com. It's all up there,
EddieMartin.com.
everything that people want to find out about.
You guys got to check this man out because, like I said, a train wreck just wrecked me. So, and I just thought that was one of the most beautiful things I've seen in a long time. And we really appreciate you coming on to the show. Did we miss something? Anything you want to say hi to Grandma or something like that?
Well, no, I'd like to say thanks to all of my supporters who've without whom I wouldn't have been able to do this album, the Birdcage Sessions, because they pre-ordered the album in droves, and it made it possible to make the album because without any money coming in for us musicians with no gigs, it costs money. I mean, even though I recorded the album in my own studio, mastering and mixing involves a lot of money. If you're trying to, I always got really high standards for the quality of the albums that I want to put out. It's always going to be the best people I can get to do.
And they are indeed good standard, and good quality as well.
Thanks to all the fans.
And so your videos. And we're going to play one of your videos that you recorded during lockdown on the Birdcage album. And it's called Happy Broken Free. Is that ring a bell? Is that because I kind of related to that. You know what I mean? I feel really free. I'm not tied to a 9-to-5 desk, but the gigs aren't there.
No, I wrote it early on in lockdown, and I mean, okay, so it's been a really bad experience, but I mean, each of us have had some good things that we can bring out of it, and I'm lucky in that I've got a lovely garden in our house, and so we had such a lovely summer. Early lockdown the weather was fantastic, wasn't it?
It was indeed. Yes, it was. It didn't feel so bad, really, did it?
I wrote this song in that sort of happy time of thinking, oh, well, I've got no gigs, but I'm in a carefree mood. The sun's in my backyard and the birds are singing too. That's how the lyrics go.
And it's shot in your back garden with a couple of your pets as well. It's a great video. You guys got to stay on and watch that. Stay on and watch that. Eddie Martin, thank you so much for coming on. Hey, let's just say goodbye to Patsy, our producer. Hello, Patsy. Thank you so much for keeping me in line and telling me and she's like, play that video, play. I'm like, oh yeah, well, we script everything out, but if I follow the script, it's another story. Hey Eddie, thank you so much for coming on to Live Talking Blues. Everyone, please come on and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go to Eddie's YouTube channel and his Facebooks and everything, and follow as well. We keep the blues alive here on Live Talking Blues, okay? Eddie, stay in the green room. I'm going to say goodbye to you in a minute. But you're going to be off camera, so go ahead and do what you got to do. And we're going to play that video of Eddie's called Happy, Broke, and Free. Everybody, enjoy.
I'm laid off but laid back 'cause there's nothing I can do. All my gigs are gone, but I'm in a carefree mood. The sun's in my backyard and the birds are singing too. Interplanetary travel's nothing new to me. Through the door of my favorite bar is another galaxy. The alien life forms
things in there all seem quite nice to me. Ground control, please take me back there, please. I'm happy, broke and free. I'm happy, broke and free. I'm happy, broke and free. I'm loving the life I lead. I'm happy, broke and free. I'm happy, broke and free. I'm happy, broke and free. I'm loving the life I lead. They're stealing all your data so they know what you will buy. I don't have much money, they're not interested in mine. Out here in my garden, algorithms pass me by. There's no box in my flower pot. I'm happy, broke and free. I'm happy, broke and free. I'm happy, broke and free. I'm loving the life I lead. I'm happy, broke and free. I'm happy, broke and free.